Good April 24th, 2024. Artie Lang reporting after a late night of drinking and heavy drug use. I bought into the cryptocurrency hype train and got fleeced 50% overnight after paid promoters guaranteed me easy 200% return, Vincenzo. I should have listened to you. I need some ducking as I report live from the beautiful $6.69 studio overlooking gorgeous Lake Superior, Jackie the Joke Man, taking over as Artie Lang has blacked out in a drunken-induced coma. Let's remember that night in Vegas, riding the XRP train to $3.69. Or the XLM party in Atlantic City, Joke Man. Artie Lang, nearly 1,000 pounds, cleaned out Baskin-Robbins' complete supply of ice cream. They are down to just 2 flavors. Look at you, baby gorilla. Until next time, like, subscribe, and share to keep truth, education, integrity flowing free, you man. Joke Man out. Thank you for your engagement and creativity. May truth, education, and integrity always lead the way.
Subscribe down below, bell notification. Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing. Good 26th of April, if we can believe this already. Steadily marching our way towards May Day on a rainy, overcast, gloomy and dark with a southwesterly wind gusting to 50 miles an hour out ahead of a warm front and an approaching cold front swinging in from Iowa and Nebraska. As the thunder and heavy rain continues to fall, and a current temperature of 46 degrees J at the Central Illinois Airport in Bloomington. And as you can hear on my windshield, sitting out in the old car, we have currently heavy rain conditions taking place with the Bitcoin price in flux. The United States government and Federal Reserve concerned about inflation continuing to rise again for the 3rd straight month. And I have an interesting chart that I'm going to break down this evening that shows the hyperinflation of the 1960s leading into the 1970s, stagflation, when they had to come up with a new word for it, showing you a correlation in what we are having and going through right now to give you a better understanding about what's going on. We can see Rivian's trying to get off the canvas and the map, as since it's IPO'd, Rivian has been in the tank. If we can see here, it's been fleece heisted and shysted by people not understanding what happens when new IPOs come out and they tank, and because all the people that invested into it had to sell up there, and until they're done selling, you won't get that rounding bottom and that recovery into profitability if they eventually do make profit. But I am your #1 XRP gold and silver bullion insider here on social media and exclusively here on YouTube. And if we look at the silver and gold bullion market, as the rain continues to fall and the winds continue to gust, just as the cryptocurrency market's been in flux, with the chances and the threat of only having 1 rate hike this year instead of 3, the U.S. dollar is starting to rally again. And what we're going to watch out in the U.S. dollar is, do we come up here for a nice double top and then we swing to the downside after inflation takes over and they see there is no saving it? Because that correlates into the silver and gold bullion market. And silver has been having a forceful rally here ever since its swing low after its COVID pump up, and then it's consolidation, and then it's dump, right? And then we bottomed out at the top part now of this blue trading zone, where the blue trading zone of resistance was resistance for a long time, all the way back here, streaming back to February of 2015 till 2021, and now it's used it as support for the first time. So it took a 10-year-long resistance level and turned it into a support level, and now we're running into a major upper resistance level up here at $28.40, and then up to $32, where we got heavily rejected last time, but we got heavily rejected right here at about 29, just below $30. We're going to go ahead and put the focus mode on, or we're going to have a series of updates there with the weather. But that's what we're looking at in the silver market. And the gold bullion market is obviously at all-time highs. Just as if you scroll down the chart a little bit to the copper chart, copper is at nearly an all-time high, right? Copper's been in a very, very bullish state for a very, very long time. But we've had a nice hyper pump after we had the phenomenal rally during the fiasco and the nonsense that was taking place in the late 1990s through the mid-2000s, up to about 2008, 2009. Copper had a phenomenal rally and then actually did breach after it had a huge, you can see the run it had from nearly the bottom to nearly the top. It had a 6x return And then after that, it had a nice 57% consolidation with the COVID flush in the middle of there, right? But since that consolidation now, we've rallied off a nice to an all-time high, another 133% from the consolidation low. And I think copper is going to continue to the upside, just as I think gold bullion, that is at an all-time high, right? The yellow metal itself, you can see it's at an all-time high. And it has broken out of this very, very long cup and handle that started back here in 2011 with the blow off top. You can see the cup right there, the neckline. The handle was the down and sideways consolidation right there. And the technical target we've had for $3,500 ever since the price of gold was down in here, or since we started making these videos, right? We thought we would get up here, and now we have gotten up here, and we've just bought more, which is maybe a good time or a bad time, but we figure it's all about when you buy to maximize your return. So I did now, we are officially at 2,000 shares. That is correct. You heard that correctly. 2,000 shares of B2 gold, right? You can see we have 400 shares at an average price of $3.16. And then we have roughly 1,600 shares at $3.42. And we just bought 600 more shares down here, right? We picked up 600 more shares this morning at $2.58. So we think that's a big swing low to come back up into this rally, as I think we're about to have a big rally in B2 gold. They do pay a healthy 6.5% dividend, and it is down from its COVID pump of $7.71. At current price, it's still down 66.69%. And if we do brief, quick technical analysis, you can see the overhead resistance is right now.